Everybody, it's Kathy. Tonight I want to talk about a couple different things that have come up in some of my other videos, and I haven't really had the time to explain it better. One of the things is toners. A lot of you have asked me why I don't like toners. And it's not that I don't like them. I feel that as women, there's so much stuff that's marketed to us that we are told, that we've got to have in order to have good skincare, in order to have good skin. I just feel like there's so much stuff thrown at us. I really believe in simplifying and cutting down to really the necessities. I don't typically set somebody up on a big involved regimen to start with. Now, over time, I might add some things, but I really believe that every product should be there for a reason. And the thing with toners is there was a time many, many years ago when products were not pH balanced. Cleansers in particular were very alkaline, and our skin is a little bit acidic. So you would always follow your alkaline cleanse with a toner to bring your pH back into balance, into its normal pH. The thing is, though, over the years, most companies now make all of their cleansing products pH balanced. I wouldn't say all of them are. I'm sure you can still find some junk out there that's not pH balanced. But even when I was in school, I remember the day that they were going to show all the students, look at this junk stuff, look at how much crap is out there and how bad the pH is. And we had our pH tester kit, and the teachers were all like, okay, everybody, did you bring stuff in from home? And we tested so many products, from shampoos to cleansers to bar soap to everything that everybody had at home. And the funny thing was, we did all these graphs showing what all we tried. It was hysterical because I think almost every single product was pH balanced, and the teacher kind of sat there going, but that's my point, that nowadays that's not really an issue anymore. Most products are pH balanced. But guess what? Here's another point. A lot of people don't realize this, but our skin naturally returns itself to the proper pH. It has a natural balancing that it does. So like after a chemical peel, the chemical peels I do, some of them have very low pH because they're acidic and that's how they penetrate. But you don't have to use a neutralizing solution afterwards. Some peels come with a neutralizer, but you don't really have to use a neutralizer, and I use a lot of peels that don't come with a neutralizer because the skin will automatically bring itself back to the proper pH. So I think that's kind of like, even if there are cleansers out there that are not pH balanced, it's still not really a big issue. So that covers that part of it, the pH balance. That's why we're all told we have to use toners, because of the pH. The other area, and I've mentioned this in another video, but I will say it again because it's my biggest pet peeve. People constantly talk about they wash their face and then they take their little cotton ball or their cotton round and they go over their whole face with their toner. Then they look at it and they see brown in it and they say, see, proof that my cleanser did not remove all of the dirt and makeup. And that is not true. If you've watched all my videos, you know what I'm about to say, and I'm just going to say it again. But that's dead skin cells. That, anytime you roughly go over your face with a cotton anything, it's going to pull off skin cells, even if you just exfoliated, because our cells are just, there's tons of them. You'll never get them all off. Even if you go and get microdermabrasion, you can go home 2 hours later and you can usually get some dead skin cells. That's just, it's a never-ending process. Now, if you had a ton of makeup on and you just did a quick sloppy cleanse, it could be, but I'm just saying the majority of the time what you're seeing as proof of needing toner is not proof. So hopefully I've cleared that one up. Now, I will tell you there are times that I do like toner, and that's when it is part of the solution to an issue like acne. And I brought some products home off my shelf from work today. This is a salicylic antiseptic toner that it's one of my more popular toners for my acne clients. But once again, this product is now being used for a reason. It's not just let's finish off the cleansing process. That's what we were told toning was all about in school. Finish the cleansing process. Malarkey. Or as a radio show I listen to, he loves to say that's a lot of bovine scatology. BS. Okay, so salicylic toner, this is good because it's actually doing something. If you have acneic skin, you've got to do extra to get all those dead skin cells up and out. And salicylic is great for that. And I have a glycolic acid toner that I give to really oily skinned acneic people because it really cuts through the oil and helps with that. I have a soothing toner that I give to my inflamed acne clients when their skin is just really angry, red, and it just helps. So it's there for a reason. So I do sometimes recommend toners, but only for specific issues. If you don't have any issues, you don't need a toner. Another product that I'm not as big on as most people, and you're going to be surprised by this, is masks. The cleansers that I use at home and that I recommend the most, the Purify and the Cleanse by Osmosis, what I love about them is when I use the Purify at least once a day, it's an exfoliating cleanser. It's got fruit acids, but when you use it regularly, you really don't need to be masking twice a week. The whole idea about masking, I think it's something that maybe women in years gone by took the time to do. When I was a teenager, I would put the clay mask on, sometimes the green one, or I'd put the peel off. I don't know if you remember those rubbery peel off masks. But I think for the most part, women don't have the time or take the time to do all this extra stuff anymore. That's why I really like products that do more than one thing. So for most of my clients, if they are using the Purify Cleanser at least once a day, there's really no need to do any additional masking. And same thing with the masks are usually used for exfoliation as well as hydration. And it's always nice to put on a hydrating mask. It feels great. And I do it every now and then because it's just kind of a nice way to pamper yourself. Is it really necessary? I really don't think so. Now, if you're having a problem, if your skin has flared up and it's really dry or you've been out in the wind, then a nice hydrating mask can feel good and it can calm your skin. So I think it's okay to use, special occasion or whatever, but I'm not really convinced that there's that much going on with masks. I think that once again, we come back to the serum. A daily serum is more beneficial to your skin than a twice-a-week mask, which is not to say that you should just give up using all of your masks, but just understand they are going to give you a temporary either hydrating effect or if you're using a clay mask, they can kind of draw out the skin if you have a lot of oil and impurities in your skin. But really, if you're taking good care of your skin, using good products every single day, you'd be surprised how little these masks do for you because your skin is already in optimum shape. That's what I find. When I buy a lot of these masks that different people recommend, and some of them are very expensive, and bring them home, I think because I use such good products on my face and because I have a very my routine is kind of every step does something and it covers all the bases. I use a really good moisturizer, a really good hydrator, the immerse oil. So when I try all these really advanced masks, I find very little results. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with the masks per se. I think it's just because what I use every day is doing such a good job that, good is only so good. Is it okay? Is it harmful to use toners and masks? No. And if you're one of those people that the more products the better, and it just makes you feel cared for and makes you feel spoiled and pampered, by all means use them. But if you're somebody who you don't have time and you feel guilty because you're not using all these things, I just want you to know that you can have absolutely beautiful skin. You can have your skin as good as it can be, your skin, because your skin can only be as good as your skin can be without all these extras. If you are at least what I consider the minimum is using a good retinoid serum, then all those other things are bonus and they're for temporary nice feel, and that's it. So I hope that helps, and please, if you are somebody who loves all your masks and all your toners and all that stuff, I'm not saying, not to use them. By all means, go for it. But just know that you don't have to have all that. Anyway, have a good night and thanks.